Sorry about that. I'm still in this. Yeah, I got an electricity thing that happened. There was a fuse that got out. Yeah, thank you. So technical issues are solved right now. I'm streaming from the phone. So the thing is, I was on the Wi-Fi here, and if electricity goes out, everything goes out, of course. So I'm still in this right now. I want to see how it acts. So we just hit that hourly for value gap right now. Now I don't want to see it come back to that entry. So putting stops at the entry, I want to see it push away from here. So again, putting my stop to that entry now. We had that open. The reason why I want to move my stop is we came back at open. So I want to see it move away right now. So we're now in that hourly for value gap. Let's see how we act. Do we push further? This is a ball where we could take a partial if we want to. I want to see it actually hit that TP1. That's worth it. So it's a risk-free trade right now. Nothing's in it anymore. So stops entry and let it fly up. Let's see what happens. That was a funny one for me today. So why did I put my stop to my entry? I'm gonna say it in different levels because it's very important that you see this. Because here we made a 15-minute break of structure, but we didn't came back on this move. Now we're in the higher part of this movement. So what I want to see, if we tap this level, you can take, if you have multiple contracts, I would take one contract off here. Not that much that we made actually. Yeah, it's about $60, something like that you can make. Yeah. So this one is about $60 that you made on that first contract. I'm in with 3, so if we made it a full, that would have been a 2-hour. That would definitely be a great trade. For me, that's only like a 1 hour right there. I only risked the half hour. It's still on the screen. Stops are at entry for anybody that just lost connection with me. If you don't want to move your stops, fine too. Original stop is still on the screen. I just moved it because we tapped and we're moving away. We should not come back now. If you want to take out the liquidity to the upside, we should continue right here. I'll even put it on screen. If we hit that high, actually it's this high that we should hit. So the body of the first candle movement to the downside. So that's that one. A little bit lower. So that would be actually 25,659. There, I want to take one contract off, and then I want to see how it moves further up. Morning, everybody. I'm not sure who jumped in with me earlier and got the same. So I just lost internet and electrician. Something, the fuse somewhere jumped out, so it was the main fuse. So I have no idea what happened. Probably some water or something that came into it. Something. By the way, congrats, Veerle. You can be proud of yourself for having the dedication and sticking to that one plan over and over again until you've got it. I'm proud as a mentor to be one of that you are one of my students. The trade is on the screen. The trade is on the screen, so I'll take myself a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was one contract off right there. I'll let the rest do its thing. I do it with love, really. It's something I like to do. So, oh, that was. Look how close I came. That was exactly on my tab. So this is why I say this is TP1. You'll see me say this multiple times. So again, remember this one, people. It's so important. Once the market moves down in a direction, we jump in it to take a long off of it if we are not correct. The last movement of the down movement, that candle's body is your first TP. Again, if you want to play continuations and you see the structure move, a break of structure to the downside, this candle's body is your TP1. This is the first candle in a down series to make that new break of structure. That's your TP1, not this one, like it's on the screen. Actually, this one was your TP1. I just watched it on a bigger time frame. I didn't see it. So I was watching it on the hourly. That's why I put it up here. So on the hourly, if we are correct, that still would have been here. But I'm watching the 15 minutes because we entered actually on a 5 minutes. We didn't have a 15-minute shift. We only had like a 5-minute shift right here. That's why I'm taking it down on a 15 minute instead of on an hourly. But this still looks good, guys. Nothing is. I really need to find a neutral word. Can anybody help me out with a neutral word that complies with women and boys actually and men? Just say people. Thank you, Arjun. Yeah, I found out myself that I keep repeating guys that I say, so it's something that I probably do in an automatic way, like a stop word or something. And I want to be more neutral. So we took one contract off at this high. I took one off. So it's this is a fully risk-free trade now. We took one off and we let the rest play out. We will see what happens. I still got two contracts in. No matter what, this is a $60 profit trade. Not that we can write home about that one, but still, we followed the plan, and that's the main idea. To keep repeating the plan over and over again until you succeed in what you do. You keep doing it. If you ever have the emotions come inside that trade, you will have to learn to walk away and let the trade do its thing. That plan that you made for yourself or that we made together is so important that you keep to it. That's your structure. That is what you should trade and not the emotions. And I'm sure most of you have felt the emotions all over. And if you ever have that, before you take a trade, I will recommend to walk away, don't take that trade, come back when you're calm, relaxed, and then enter that trade. Adding on retracement, oh, that's a nice one. If we got do we have a retracement somewhere? If I got a 15 minutes, I will. So if we get a 15-minute gap here, I definitely will add on that one. If you don't hit that TP first. I'm not gonna add on a 5-minute based. Just this is the first 15 minutes of open. So if we get now a move up and we get like a 15-minute for value gap in here, I would add. So if we get some form of a 15-minute FEG here, I would add, and my stop would actually be at the same place. So that would be at my entry. I'm not gonna add on a 5-minute base right now. I want to be patient for that 15-minute full shift. But I still need like a 15-minute now before I can know if there is a fair value gap, yes or no. If we do have a fair value gap in the next 15 minutes here, I will add if we get that tap and then continue. Not before, so we still need 12 minutes until we have that close. I'll take this off the screen. Now I'm proud of you if you add it to your trades. Damn. You actually implemented everything. Nice. Yeah, adding is something I teach too, but I prefer not to teach it to a new student that's new to trading. So there will be some adding rules that I've implemented. So if you're new to a strategy, I'm gonna recommend to do 50 trades to 100 trades with no adding, so that you get more comfortable, so that you get more confidence in your trading. And once you get more confidence in the 100 trades that you took, after that, and you succeeded to follow that plan for like 50 to 100 trades, I'll learn you how to add. After that period of learning curve. It's just because it's a new strategy. 100 trades, guys, takes like 2 months. So if you're not willing to put 2 months into it, yeah, you're not supposed to be trading. If you don't got patience for 2 months, I'm telling you directly, you're not supposed to be trading. If you want to make money the first week, I'm gonna tell you too, you're not gonna make it. It's just you need to learn yourself. So the reason why is you're not taught in school how to come. You learned in school what an emotion is. You never learned how to control it. You learned what joyful is. You learned what sad is. You learned what not happy is. You learned what depression is. You learned what angry is. So you learned all those emotions, but you never learned to recognize them. You just learn to visualize them and see them from another perspective. But if you learn inside your body where it starts and how to set that emotion aside off your trading, it's not a real life, but really of trading. If you can set that aside out of your trading, then you're there. And that's a learning curve. You have to go through it. Everybody has to. There is no exception. I don't have anybody ever met that doesn't have to go through it. Sorry, one person I've met. That's my wife, but she's done inner work more than outer work. So I mean, she's actually sitted 6 months in a row, 8 hours a day meditating. I don't see anybody doing that here. So if you haven't done that yet, you probably will go through that learning curve. It's normal. So did I, so does anybody else. So if you are able to sit 8 hours a day, just sitting there meditating for 8 hours straight a day, learning to recognize anything which starts in your body, you don't have that learning curve, but you will have to do that 6 hours, 8 hours a day, 6 months on a road. So you'll take the learning curve of trading faster. And believe me, I've been with her. So that was while we were traveling with the camper. She was actually sitting there 8 hours a day. So me and my kid could do other stuff, and she was actually sitting there. I admire her discipline for it, because I couldn't do it. For me, it was too heavy to do it. I didn't have that full control yet. Now I do it still an hour a day, every day. That's it. And the main reason why I do it is just to learn where everything starts, how to control where everything starts in the body, to recognize it, to stop it before you actually do it. That's the main reason why I do it. And it helped a lot. So we got a little bit news at 10 o'clock. But the yellow folders are not actually something that we should watch carefully. This will be the only trade I take. That's the one on the screen. Full TP or not, we took a small profit right here. So I'm going to take this off the charts right now. But if you entered this with a full, that would have been a 2R right here. So that definitely would have been a perfect trade. The reason why I didn't take a full setup is it was not an A setup. We came down to 3 minutes for value gap. We got rejected. We moved slowly up. We have an hourly for value gap, but we didn't have a 15-minute shift. So it's because I didn't have that 15-minute shift. I didn't want to put a full R into it. And we didn't take out a major liquidity pool because previous day low was just below us. And this is actually Asia low, where our stop was. Those were the two main reasons. So now we can say clearly that we made, if this one goes a little bit higher, that we made a changing character on a 15-minute base, I believe. Yeah. We have two inverted for, so here we have an inverted for value gap 2. This is also an important one that you can recognize. The reason why is a for value gap is open orders. And there are open orders on this side too. That means that the orders that were here get neglected on the push of the market wanting to go to the upside. So there was way more buyers here, so this per value gap didn't hold any strength anymore. So you take profit like you guys want to. I'll let it run up. We will see what happens. Yeah, I can imagine, Arjun. That's the reason. If I do fasting, I say to myself that I can eat. I don't say that I cannot eat because then the first time the mind wants to do the thing that he is not allowed to do. So tell to a kid that he cannot do something. Be sure of it. He wants to do it because you tell to him he is not allowed to do it. So it's the same with our brain. Our brain wants to do something if it is not allowed to do it. So let it be allowed to do, and you'll have less resisting. So you get easier over it once you are allowed to do something, but still will not do it. It makes it easier for me. So this was a 2R plus right now. So that's a 1.2 for me, 1.25 right here. I want to take it at least to that high. If it comes back to my entry, like I said, that's a break even. I'm okay. We still got 3 minutes. Hope it pushes a bit further. The reason why is we came into the last, this is the second POI. That was the reason, was this is a fair value gap, an hourly again. And this is a break of structure. And if we take this move to the downside, we now hit that 62 level. So that could have been full TP right here too. So we made a break of structure to the downside. If we make a retest, this is how high it will go if it doesn't want to come back down. If it wants to go to previous day low, here is where the shift will happen. Nonetheless, I'm letting this just do its thing. I was happy with the move that I took. I'm happy with the entry that I took. It will hit my TP or it will hit my break even. That's the same with our 4 hours, so we closed the candles now to each other, so that means there's no fair value gap left inside. This is a part where we could shift, definitely. But like we just chopped yesterday, so I didn't take a trade yesterday. If I just win like a half hour today, I'm also happy. I only entered a half hour. No matter what, I followed the plan, structure ways, everything happened like it should happen. If we close back inside here, I'm not adding on this trade, even though there is a 15-minute. Because now we didn't make a break of structure. We're back inside. We just swept liquidity and we're back inside this candle. So I needed a body close above the high to have the full changing character, and then I wanted to retest. But if we're now moving lower, I'm not adding to this trade because we did not have a full break of structure yet. That will be the next 15 minutes, or we get back to our entry the next 15 minutes. That's possible too. I ended up eating a lot of. I have no idea what that is. You're always on time, Dr. Wu. You're never late. I'll translate this. Ik ben uiteindelijk een hele goede waffles gaan eten. What are guavas? Or guavas? Again, I'm not adding to this trade just because we didn't have a full shift. It's tropical fruit. Okay, nice. I need to look that one up. I'm gonna look how this looks. Maybe I already ate this before. Oh yeah, I've eaten this before. Yeah, this is a very nice tasting fruit. I didn't know that was the name of it. Look, no, okay. I learned something today. So we're 8 here in the stream. I would appreciate it if you just pressed up the thumbs. If you like my streams, it helps the channel grow. It helps other people also find the channel. And it's not easy to grow a good channel right here. Especially not because I'm not one that hypes up everything. I'm not here to tell you you will make 50 R a day. I'm not here to tell you that you will everything get done immediately. I'm here to tell you that consistency works in trading, and that's something that most people don't want to hear at the beginning. But I'm okay with that. But I'd appreciate it if you do press that thumbs button. That helps the channel grow faster. I'm here to be very transparent with everything. So yesterday no trade day, today one trade. That will be it. Doesn't matter if it's a good or not good trade. But this is a good trade anyways now. We took one partial right here, and the rest will or fly up to our TP or come back to that entry. For me, both sides is good. I'll probably do one more full live training sessions next year. It's a 12-week course with me, so it's not going to be an easy one, guys. If anybody wants to do it, send me a DM on Discord or join Discord and ask how to do it. I'll probably do it one more time live with all of you. I want to be able to get the same results as the last time. I share in chat how to join the Discord. The Discord is free, guys, so just join, have fun in it, say who you are if you're new, and get a chat with everybody. I try to do my best to keep everything structured and to explain as good as I can to everybody everything. But I'm a one-man person, so I can only do that much in a day. I want to be 2026 the best trading year for everybody that's in my group. So I want to make sure that anybody that's in the group and wants to educate themselves a professional trader every day, that I'm able to teach them the same rule sets and give them the same mindset that's needed to become that. That's my goal for 2026. So I want to make at least 150 people profitable in 2026. If I can do that, I'm very happy. And I do not mean by just following me. I actually mean by doing it yourself, separately than me, because I will need good traders in my community later on too. We only have two hands, and the more help that we get on each other and the more that we can support each other, the easier it is that people can see it's possible to get there step by step. And it's not because I say it, it's because you guys say it that it works. The reason why it's not easy to get far in this industry is because there is so much hype around trading to make profits fast, to make hundred thousands of dollars instantly, and there are so many people that predict or be the guru that everybody wants to see. I'm not the guru. I never will be that one. I'm just a mentor. Want to teach you guys what I've learned the last 5, 6 years of my own experience, and I've been fully trading for 5 years now. That's my full income for 5 years plus now too. So I only have that income. So it's not something that I need. It's something that I yeah, it's something that I need for my family and everything that I pay, of course, for. But it's something I want to share. I want to make sure that all of you can do the same. It just takes you a few weeks of calmness and structured way of trading. I have to put on my computer for a second, otherwise I'll have the same thing as happened like a half hour ago. And if that resonates with you and you feel like that's something that you want to learn and have the patience to get there, send me a DM. You're definitely welcome. I do swing trades. I swing trade crypto too. So I swing trades Bitcoin normally because that's one of my favorite assets to hold right now. I buy silver and gold, but that's on physical ways then most of the times. I do have some on crypto, gold and silver too. So those I swing trade too. I day trade only Nasdaq and Bitcoins, but Bitcoin is more like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks trading days instead of a one day. But on day trading, I only trade Nasdaq intraday, and Bitcoin I do more swing trades. So it's more like if I enter a trade. So where did I enter the last time I took this? Let me take a 1 hour. So I entered right here on this, just a bit above the step. I was aiming for the highs. I was aiming for 100,000 actually. So we came up. I took a 1 hour profit right here. I got stopped at break even. I re-entered it. I took again a 1 hour and I put it stop at break even then, and I got stopped again. So now I'm not in a trade on Bitcoin. So I took 2 hour in the last weeks. So I opened the trade right here, and I got stopped like 7 days later. So my trades are open for a while. Again here, it was a 13-day trade before I got stopped at break even again, and I took 2 hour out of this. So if I trade crypto, it takes a while before I get there. But I have the patience for it too. So make sure if you want to trade multiple days, if you want to be in a trade multiple days, make sure that you are comfortable by doing it, that you feel at ease doing it. Gold will get to 4,005 right now, 4,000 half definitely looks like it wants to take out that level. Silver, again, I'm already taking profits. I took some at 65. I took some on 70. I said this yesterday too. I will take some at 82, and my stop will be at 70. So once we get above 70 and we hit 74, 75, my stop will be 70. We're in this from. Is it still on the screen? Yeah. So I'm in this from $24. So, and I've been buying it from 2020 silver. So I've been buying silver from 16 to 24 and anything in between here. So this is 200%, more than 200% up that we moved. So almost 200% up. That's a very decent amount. I'm not willing to give profits back from any of those. Nonetheless, it can still push up way higher, but I don't mind. I'm here to make sure that if we make profits, that we keep it. I've done in the past differently too. So I've been in Bitcoin since 2022. So, and I've seen it move up. So this was the first time I got in around November, October, November. Yeah, somewhere around this area. So around $10,000. I got into crypto. This moved up to 62. I believe they want to go up to 80. I took some profits at 50K. So I left a big chunk still in it, and I took this right down, and I was like, holy! I did not expect this to happen. I was in it from 9, so it still was positive, very beautiful. I was still 100% up, but I was like 400% up, and I was like, I'm not giving this back. So once we reached the high again, I took off another profits, and then it fell back fully, and I started rebuying around 22,000. I believe this area here. Once we jumped down, and I saw a shift in structure, I was buying it in this area. So between 20 and 25, we dumped again. I let it go. I didn't believe we would dump that much more, and then we started rallying, and I've been buying every way up. So now if we have a retest, so we made a break of structure, we entered a stop. So once we get back to the 107, 108,000, I'll probably load some off and then continue further up. We will see what happens. We got plenty of time for that. But in the meantime, we're still at the same trade, not much happening. What do you think about ETH? ETH at this point has a nice got us a nice push. Still same movement. So look, we're still at the same level. Nothing happening, guys, at ETH. So we made a break of structure to the upside. We got equal highs right here. So this is no rejection. This is actually equal highs. This is so close, you count them as equal high, so there's buy side liquidity on the top, break of structure, retest. So we're still in a retest, nothing happening. So for me, we're still moving up. If we break, say this low, okay, then we had a change in character to the downside, and then we are moving down. But for now, I was buying at 2007. I'm buying still, so I'm still wanting to move up. If we drop below 2000, 100, I'll probably sell some and buy lower again. So I'm willing to give 30% up of my capital that I put into it, tend to buy it below 1300. So if we move below 2001, we probably move also below 2300. So that's a 50% drop. So I'll make it 20% more ETH then. But for at this moment, for me, it still looks like it wants to move up. We've just been going sideways. Same from Bitcoin. We've just been going sideways. Nothing's happening here. It looks like we got rejected 3 times, but we swept every time the lows too. So for me, this is just choppy markets, sideways movement. So we can, if I remove all the drawings for a second, we can just put a rectangle right here. And we can see we've been ranging. So we took a high, came back to the low. We took the high, back to the low. And now we're inside the center. So as long as we don't take that slow, we're just ranging. And for me, this was the move up. That's the retest. So for me, the next logical move is still that way. The reason why I say this is gold and silver is still moving up. So as long as these two are still moving up, that means that speculative assets still are stuff that people want to buy right now, more than they want to have the dollar in their pockets. So if they don't want to have dollar in their pockets, that means that the dollar is not stable yet enough for them to switch over. So if they don't want to switch over, it still looks good. Have a good holiday, Hille. Enjoy. Which time frame you identify order block, or which valid what session are reliable? Can you rephrase that? I'm trying to get it as natural as you, but I don't fully understand the question. Yakahan. I'll stop with that. Otherwise, I'll probably stumble over my words. Have a great holiday, Veerle. Again, last trade of the day. I will not take another trade. If it falls to our entry, I'm okay. If it goes up to our TP, I'm fully okay. Okay. We already took one profit here, so one contract off here. So there was a contract off, and that was almost a half hour that we made. Nothing to write fully about, but it was only half our risk. So that's a 1 hour that we actually made almost. So if you only put a half hour risk and you make a half hour, see that as a 1 hour trade that you actually made. Asian for gold or pre-London order block more reliable? I don't trade gold, so I just swing trade gold. So I never actually traded intraday, so I have no idea how gold moves. And how do I actually use my biases? So pre-London order block more reliable. Uh, I just watch structure actually. So what do I do? I actually watch how the market moves. So I can read structure. Maybe watch this movie. I'll share you one. If you understand that one, you understand structure. If you understand structure, you can actually smart money is this one that I meant. So it's just actually full structure. If you can read structure, you can read the market. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, here. Check this. So if you can read structure fully and understand, watch that one first, and then afterwards one. But this is content that's normally not on my stream, so watch this one afterwards. So watch these two, and you'll definitely understand what structure means. So structure is impulsive moves with movements, and those are the ones that show you the direction of the market, and that's what I trade off. I just use the sessions as liquidity. So I am definitely aware that Asia low is right here. I'm aware that Asia high is here. I'm aware that previous day high and previous day low are here. So I see all the movement, so I know where the liquidity is. So we're always careful that we don't add the liquidity too. Because I entered on a 5 minute base today with a 5 minute shift in structure or a changing character to the upside. That's why I entered the trade. And that was on a 5 minute base right here. So we got into a 3 minute value gap. We got a 5 minute shift right here on this one. We had a shift to the upside. This was my entry on this valley gap right here. We tapped it and then we started moving to a 1 hour valley gap. And here we got rejected, and that's actually because let me take a 15-minute move. The reason why we get rejected here is this is the BOS to the downside. So if you know more, if you learn a bit about market structure, this is break of structure to the downside, and this was the full move of that. So if we take that full move, what does the market tend to do? It comes back to fair value of price. It can go to that 60 to 78 level, and then if this structure wants to continue to the downside, this is the area where you want to short off, where you want to take your TPs from. It takes a while to see this, but break of structure means the market is tending to move to a liquidity pool, and the only liquidity pool that it actually has is previous day low. That's this wick. It didn't take out anything else. It just took out, look, trend line liquidity right here. So it did take out this, all of it. I entered because we had a 5 minute shift, we had a fair value gap, and I entered on that tap, immediately longed off of it. Now, I said immediately TP1 would be this 15-minute shift. So we had a 15-minute movement to the downside, and that first candle of the down structure, the last one, is your TP1, always. My kid was gonna play piano right now. That would be something different. Nog 7 minuten. Moet gedulden. Ik hoor dat, ja. But if you're in Discord, Jaka, Sorry, man. I really can't pronounce your name. Do you have something simpler that I can speak out? Just send me a DM if you want to have extra information or want to learn more. Because I'm actually not allowed to give those much information on my live stream. My mentor told me I'm not supposed to be doing this anymore. But I want to do it because it feels more natural for me. It wouldn't be my style not giving this information. But out of the five people that actually fully done the bootcamp with me, I'm happy to tell that at least three got already funded. So I'm very proud of those students. 8071. Oh yeah, you can call me that. 8071. Okay, perfect. Fine for me too. I'll remember that one. So I'm on live for the next 5 minutes, and then I'll call it a day. Been streaming for 2 hours. Then that's about it for me. Everything's on the screen, so we will see what happens afterwards. Like I said, I'm not adding to this trade because we didn't have that break of structure to the upside. We're changing character fully. Otherwise, this would have been an adding spot. I give it another 5 minutes, and then I'll be off. If you ever joined the Discord, say hello to everybody. I appreciate that too. We're getting there slowly. So we're now with 80, 85 people in the Discord. So pretty happy. So we can see we're shifting slowly to the downside, which is pretty normal. If the market wants to continue lower, we will take out the Asia low, previous day low. And in here, in this part, if you want to long, I would be patient until we have fully closed the opening gap. See a 15-minute shift to the upside that you definitely can see something like this. So we went in it and we got like a 15-minute shift beautifully up, closed above everything. Really, a candle like this one, a very impulsive candle, a strong one, and then put your entry on it. And then make sure that you have a value gap off of it. That's this candle would be your entry. And then stops at the low and then take it to the next high. The first high of the structure, of course. So this would be then that first high. That would be your TP or TP1 and let the rest ride on. But you want to be seeing that inside that previous day low if the market tends to shift fully down. Is still these trade? Yanis, what do you mean? I'm still in this trade, yeah. That was an hour, previous hour. I was also in this one. So I would not enter it right now. Anyways, can you? Yeah, look, we had a 5 minute break of structure to the upside. So if you would watch it, this would that move be? This would be that 50 level. So anything below here would be an entry part in a break of structure upside, retest, continuation. So, but we should not go below a 62 level. This would be like the max, and I want to see this market drop to. Anything below that level, we probably take out everything. If you're not in this trade yet, I will not jump into it right now. I will be patient until the market definitely shows its hand because we've been going sideways. Yesterday was no trading day, and I'm very happy I didn't trade. We stayed in that 4 hour for Valley Gap fully the whole day. I wanted to see it hit this level. We didn't even get close to it. We only moved 160 points in a full day. This is not an average, um, Nasdaq day. An average day, if you just take the daily chart and you watch candles and you just take a few of them, so you can see that's 390. I'll take a small one. That's 300. That's 370. Let's take a very small one. So this is 175 points. That's 200. That's almost 300. So 100 points doesn't always happen that much. So that was a very small day. And this will probably, for the rest of the week, will be this way. This is why I said I'm only trading today and yesterday because we need breaks, we need free time, and it's good for the mental capacity to relax again. So blow off those steams and come back in January fully prepared with a nice structure plan and then continue trading. Just because of that, the market will probably just sit around between Christmas and New Year's. Believe me, the market makers are taking vacation too. They're not going to push the market 500 points up or down. And crypto, I've seen it move that part, but I didn't see it on Nasdaq yet between Christmas. So it's 10:01. I'm happy that you're over here. Enjoy the rest of your trading session. I'll leave everything open. I'll put a print. I'll take a print. I'll take a print screen and share it. This was the trade that I'm in, so you can follow in Discord. It's easier. I wish you all a very great trading session for the rest of the day. And I'll see you back next week on Mondays and Tuesday. I will be here the rest of the week. I will be no trading lives for me. I'll not do anything else. I'll put out some content, but for the rest, I'm not trading. I'm having family time. Me as a mentor telling all of you, you should do the same. Take the break, be calm, and ease with yourself at those times. Enjoy the holidays, get your mindset off trading for a while, and come back on January or next week on Mondays and Tuesdays. I'll be doing live with you guys again. If you can separate yourself from not trading until that time, you will become a good trader. Discipline means also being able not to trade. Remember that one. It's not how many days you trade, it's how many good setups you take and how much patience you got. That will make the difference in trading. Wish you all a great trading session, and I'll see you back next week on Monday. Enjoy.